Viewers who have watched my videos may have known about Magemono, not only one, but many bentwood work production places across Japan. In the field of Magemono, mainly softwoods are used, and woodworkers use logs of local wood species. In the case of Akita Odate Bentwork, the woodworkers use local Akita-sugi cedar, and either in Fukushima, they use local evergreen or thuja, whereas more southern regions like Nagiso, Nagano prefecture, Hinoki cypress is preferred. Kiso-Hinoki cypress is the most compatible material for the Magemono technique. However, to preserve this rare raw material, it is now used in conjunction with sour cypress. When you wish to purchase a log, you'll ask a licensed trader to make a bid, but, because the number of logs is limited, the price can't be negotiated. If you were to ask for a log now, you wouldn't be able to get it at the next auction, but would have to wait your turn, until one became available. Moreover, Hinoki wood should not be stored for a long time. The reason for this is that Hinoki cypress decays. It tends to go bad from the inside, and then can't be used anymore. Today, you will see once again, the whole things from 100 years ago turnback. A Magemono was made entirely from Kiso-Hinoki, by using ancient tools and techniques. This video has improved a little and I hope you enjoyed it. Magemono has its roots in the Kiso district, in the village of Narakawa. It has been blessed with a special tree called the Kiso cypress. The wood used to make Magemono is chosen among Kiso trees, ranging from 200 to 300 years old. Only completely dried out trunks are used. It is said that the quality of the timber can be easily determined by the tree's bark. Cutting timber in slices is called tamagiri, round cutting. Ordinarily, the first meter, from the root up, is not used. First, the upper 90 centimeters, where the quality of the timber is best, is cut out, and used to make the bigger products. Next, an additional 60 centimeters block is cut out, to make comparatively smaller products. Magemono only makes use of the undamaged parts of the tree, which is why there is a limited amount of usable wood per tree. A hatchet or saw is used to open up a slit, to begin splitting the block of wood. This method is called mikanwari. Wooden triangles are inserted and hammered down to split the trunk apart. The trunk is eventually split into 8 parts. The craftsman must be careful with the direction of his strikes. The quality of the final product is greatly impacted by the materials used. The already cut material is called kure. The state of each slice determines which products will be made out of it. Brittle and easily broken material will be used to make the sidewalls of the Magemono. The rest will be used to make the bottom part and the lid of the Magemono. Using a saw, the excess wood is trimmed down. To break the timber down, a saw is used to open up a slit. Then a hammer is used to completely break down the wood. While doing this, it is very important to split the 2 planks with the same thickness. If one of the planks appears to be thicker than the other, it must be corrected by turning the wood around and working on the opposite side. By repeating this action, the board is split into smaller parts. The wooden planks are split in two by aiming the saw at the center of the plank and slicing through it. These boards are cut a bit thicker before being trimmed down. At this stage, the boards are called hegita. Next, to flatten out the boards, a wood shaving stand is used. A device called tsukiate is attached at the chest and the stand is placed higher by the worker's side. With the front of the stand at a lower height, the board can be easily worked. The tip of the wooden board is held down by the tsukiate. Using the blade, sen, the bottom part of the plank is shaved down. After shaving down one side, the top side is worked. Then, in order to even out the thickness of the boards, a tracing tool called kahiki is used. Using this line as a guide, it's possible to carefully shave down the excess. This is especially important at the ends of the planks, which will later be glued together. This board will be used as a sidewall in the finished product. This stage of the work has the greatest impact on the finished product, which is why it must be done with care. The board on the side wall is thicker at the top and gets thinner at the bottom. It is made this way in order to prevent deformation or damage to the wood. If it were a uniform thickness, the bottom of the Magemono would appear bigger. The appearance of the final product is of utmost importance. Additionally, the inner side of the plank is slightly curved. This curvature is made in order to prevent strain on the wood from heat expansion. Next, the boards enter the bending process. The boards are left on boiling water for about an hour. After boiling, they are soft and flexible. Two boards are stuck together and bent with a tool called hotta. The hotta is a very heavy and hard tree trunk. It has a belt, made of leather, attached to it. The wood is bent by placing it between the leather and the hotta. By sticking two thin strips of wood together, it is possible to prevent the wood from naturally deforming. There are three shapes of hotta: circular, elliptical, and shell. Depending on the product, different types of hotta are used. In order to avoid creases on the wood, wooden shears are used to join and hold the board together. The wooden shears are held in place by a mouthpiece. After adjusting the shape, the wood is left to dry in natural sunlight for about 3 days. The thin wooden strips used to make the lid walls are bent in a bulk. Several strips are then bound together inside a circular ring and dried out in the sunlight. Next is the binding stage. Rice grains are crushed with a pole. This is called sokuinori or rice glue. The already dry side wallboards are separated and glued together at the seams. Once again, wooden shears are used at the joining surface to glue the ring together. The glue will be completely dried out in 7 to 8 hours. After applying glue to the thinner strips, they are held in place with bound straw. In this case, straw is used to uniformly hold the ring together and save some space. After the glue dries out, the joining surface is sewn together with a string made from the sakura tree. The string is called kamba. It is used because of its durability and strength. The bark from which the string is made is harvested in the mountains around August. The string is made by peeling the bark off of the sakura tree. It is then dried out and thinned out in order to be used as a string. The string, kamba, is sewn in by opening holes along the joining surface with a tool. This work is normally entrusted to the women and is performed in unison and cooperation. With this, the side walls of the Magemono are completed. Next, the lid and bottom parts will be crafted. A reversed shaving plane is used, and the wood is delicately shaved. The bottom board and lid are made by sticking 2 or 3 boards together. It is made this way to prevent the wood from warping or bending. In order to properly attach each board to one another, a small space in between each board is left in order to insert the glue. Glued boards are dried out vertically. They are then finished off with a shaving plane. To make the round bottom board and round lid, a cutting compass is used. Next, the side walls are attached to the bottom board. There are 2 ways to attach the side wall: the iresoko and kakisoko method. In the iresoko method, glue is placed along the side wall and attached to the round bottom. The shape is then adjusted to avoid an overly loose or tight fit. The kakisoko method starts with a process called enbakezuri. First, a tracing tool is used to draw a line at the edge of the wooden board, and a slit along the edge is carved out. When a board has been carved towards the top, it is called Sotomba. This method is extremely strong and durable. In the case of stacking boxes, a method called uchiemba is implemented, in which the slit is carved towards the bottom. Taking into account the fit of each box, the object is shaved down to the appropriate size. A sidewall is also attached to the lid. This process is applicable to all kinds of magemono, and the methods used are all the same. Lastly, the overall fit is checked, and the magemono is deemed complete. Soichi Tsuchikawa protects the long-standing tradition of magemono, while enthusiastically creating products for a new modern age. When I inherited the family craft, I only wanted to catch up to my father and one day overcome him. After many years, when I had finally managed to find my working style, I felt strongly in my heart that I could finally lift my head and feel proud of what I was doing. The feelings of happiness or sorrow in my life were always accompanied by magemono.